Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to KwingsLetsPlays and another Multiversus! That's right, today's fan request is Bugs Bunny versus Stripe! Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more awesome vids and streams arrive, and special shoutouts to all our members, including our ultimates. If you guys want to join up, all you have to do is click right here, select the tier that works best for you. So, Brunhilda skin, Brunhilda, one or the other, from the famous Bugs Bunny opera cartoon from many years ago. I think the 60s or 50s. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sure.
I really should have listened to it so I could hum the tune or something, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It is based on real operas they put in there. Yeah, but
Viking opera.
To have a bad
Yep.
head.
That's true.
Yeah, so here we go. We haven't actually done bugs in a while, so I'm actually kind of rusty with bugs. I've been getting decimated online with people. Isn't even funny. Oh my gosh. So people are like, well, if you're not streaming Multiversus anymore because of all the games you guys are going to be covering, Mario Sparks a Host, Ghostbusters, all this other stuff, Gothamites, what's going to happen to Multiversus? It's like, Multiversus is still going to be at noon for a while. It's not like, we still have tons of things to show and have Stripe to battle people as well as Halloween costumes. It's not like we're done just yet. Watch the uploads!
I don't know what people like. I guess we could go try to make 36 hours in the day. So
No way! Because
really
there's even a massive drop off
only
now
24
by
hours
like
in the
after midnight. There's almost like
we can only do 3
40.
streams a day.
If I have like 120 people watching past midnight, that drops down to about 80 or 85 people for till 1 a.m.
I
Like,
don't really understand the question. The question is, in 4 or 5 weeks, will we come back and do Multiversus? Is that
I
the question?
think we'd be back doing Multiversus streams because they're gonna have a new season pass in like a couple weeks, and also
like at the beginning of the season pass,
we're still trying to unlock the mummy like character from whatever it's called, the mummy thingy from this game, and Emperor really wants the
I wanted the cat, but I didn't realize how expensive it is.
12,000 candies.
It's just not worth
Maybe
it.
they're gonna have some type of discount on Halloween. I mean, we could stream this game as part of our Halloween stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah, people want Luigi's Mansion, but I
Oh yeah, I
would
figured
like
that.
to see you stream Castlevania for Halloween.
I might do like an hour of Castlevania. Like, I'm doing a marathon, so it'd start at 5 and then it would end at...
No, I just want to see you stream Castlevania the whole time.
No, I'd never get anybody to watch that. The only problem with doing... oh yeah, and I have that new ring out animation. Thank you. Wait, how do I come back? Oh, just like that? Oh, never mind.
I like watching retro games when you stream.
Thank you. Put them up. Put them up. Yeah.
What Halloween-y retro games would you stream if it was all retro games?
That's a very good question.
That one Arthur one with the
Ghost and Ghouls? No, I would never stream that. That would cause rage. I would do a Castlevania game. Like, I like the Castlevania
I
stuff.
mean, what retro games don't have a creepy storyline? Even Ninja Gaiden has some creepiness to the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
With his arm all weird and stuff. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
I don't think you're thinking of
That
it.
is the Dragon Curse and stuff.
The only problem is usually I just do Switch games because, like, it's really hard to switch from PlayStation to the Switch. Sometimes it messes up the Elgato, so I might be looking at all kinds of strange games. I haven't decided yet. It's my Halloween showcase, so I'm gonna do all kinds of weird stuff.
There's a weird, like, story-based novel, like, that a lot of people are looking at that's, like, has little animals, but they look creepy. But I don't, the game doesn't look appealing to me. But some people are playing that, but I'm more into that. The other Switch game that I'm into, that came out for the Switch, but I really like that anime game, Nightmares After Dark or something like that, something after dark. It's like a Japanese, I showed Luke the trailer and it looks really cool to me.
Yeah, you did show me the trailer.
It's a little...
Ow.
Yeah, I don't know why they always have, like, Bugs is always dressing as women, but they do that on the Looney Tunes show with Daffy, where they switch roles and then Daffy always doing it. But I guess it's just supposed to be goofy.
It was. Yay!
Can't catch me.
Oh! Okay, wait. I could still make it back. Eat rocket. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's amazing that the Looney Tunes back in the day, they used all these like famous operas and famous like musical pieces to.
That's because it was easier to get like orchestrated music than it was to, you know.
Yeah, like you didn't have to pay as much for the copyright.
No. And now, I mean, it's still kind of like that. You could put a famous opera or like instrumental thing. You could get the rights to that to put in your videos much easier than you could like say a soundtrack from a 1980s movie or something like that.
The only thing is like if you accidentally use the Vienna Symphony Orchestra or the London Symphony Orchestra, sometimes then
you're doomed.
Sometimes then you like those are really big orchestras. So then, or even Tokyo Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, then you might. Yeah, exactly. You might get copyright claimed.
Mm-hmm.
Those orchestras are really good, but they'll pay you.
I just hit you with a pie.
Oops, sorry. Why did I think it was you for a second?
Nah.
We look nothing the same. You did hit me with a pie.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, Looney Tunes were just supposed to be loony. They were crazy. Like, they were just supposed to be weird. Just fun.
Just stupid fun.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that coming.
Oops.
Match point.
Aha, Batwing attack. You got Batwinged.
Would you play if you were just hanging out with me and we weren't streaming, would you play Castlevania all night with me? Or?
Probably. Yeah. Yep, if I wasn't doing it for a job, I would probably stream.
What is your favorite Castlevania game?
I like Super Castlevania. I like Portrait of Ruin. I like Castlevania, like Legacy of Darkness on the N64. Yeah. But I also really like Symphony of Night, which I did last year. I did a series of that was sponsored by people, which was pretty cool. Whoa! No.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason like I like Castlevania, but I don't know. I'll tell you later.
That's fine.
I kind of always wanted. There was always something missing from all the Castlevania games. I don't know what it was, but I always wanted more of them to flesh out the story more. But there was never enough Castlevania.
I mean, there was 13.
Oh, maybe I just haven't seen them.
Yeah, there was quite a few, but then they just kind of abruptly end the timeline, and it's not, you want more and it doesn't exist.
Victory!
Yeah.
Alright, Bugs Bunny has won that match.
I kind of wish there was more. I'm sorry to talk about Castlevania in this.
You're fine.
I kind of wish there was more like people than just like Dracula or something. Like for the bad guys for Castlevania. Like I understand he's important, but they should they could have added other people.
The Genesis game had a woman, had a evil countess. Yeah. Alrighty, round 2. Bugs versus that thing.
If I could make a Castlevania game and make it from scratch and make it exactly how I wanted, number 1, I would not have a countess or a vampire to be the bad guy. I would have another monster.
Like what, a werewolf?
Oh, I would think outside the box. I think there's a lot of monsters they could use.
Because they have all the Universal monsters in the Castlevania games.
Do they, though?
Yep. Frankenstein's creature is in it. Werewolves, mermen.
Okay, they have mermen. Interesting.
The Invisible Man is in it.
Oh, there's some other things they could use.
They have the Headless Horseman.
There's other things they could use, though. Like,
I haven't seen aliens very much.
They could do aliens.
Skeletons.
Some people believe that, like, Sasquatch is actually demonic.
Oh yeah, they had Bigfoot in one of them.
Wow, okay.
Minotaur.
Yep.
Yeah. Medusa. Medusa's been
I would
in
have,
it.
like, a huge, like, sea monster at some point.
They're in it. Dragons, sea monsters.
Wow. Okay, maybe I need to play more of those Castlevania games then.
They've added more, but pretty much all the quote-unquote universal monsters that people know, they appear as either bosses or servants of Dracula. And Dracula is usually the final boss.
Oh, I'd make, like, a actual, like...
But in the Castlevania franchise, Dracula is OP. He's the big bad.
Because he's supposed to be the son of the devil.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I would make one. If I could make a Castlevania game, I would make a little monk or a little nun, and then have them be the main characters. They'd be super small.
Super
And
small
they would have
monk
like
or nun.
they would have super like good like supernatural powers.
There actually was a nun. She was in Portrait of Ruin. She was she wielded a book that had magic in it.
That's the one I would make. Yeah. that
She
would be
had
awesome.
she wore blue, and then she had the covenant thing on her head sometimes. And it was
Interesting.
Yeah, she hung out with a guy who inherited the vampire killer whip. So
Interesting.
yeah, yep.
You could have Cerberus as a
And
in one of the Castlevania
the
games.
last Castlevania game that Iga made, the one with the ink tattoo lady, she was a servant of the church. So she was technically like a nun too. She wore like a habit, except like she had the tattoo power. She wasn't connected to the Belmonts, and the Belmonts weren't in it at all. It was all about like tattoo powers that were doing stuff.
I like the ideas of the Belmonts because it's kind of like a whole like rich lore, like they're an ancient like people that are a long line, and they're you know their ancestors were vampire hunters, and their you know family before them. I find like I don't know why, but I find like a long history of a family that has kept something alive for like centuries a really interesting concept. Like when you break the line of that, it just doesn't. It kind of reminds you of old history in which like certain peoples have been around for thousands of years. It feels like that to me. Like it feels really cool because there have been cultures that have been around for thousands of years in real life.
Yep.
Just saying.
There have been.
Yeah, I would like to see that Castlevania game with the nun. I think that would be very interesting.
They're both on the 3DS, I believe. Now. And then, of course, Iga's game that he made, Bloodlines or whatever, the lady is kind of like a nun, too.
I think well, not to be weird, but some people believe the Loch Ness Monster is actually demonic.
Loch Ness Monster was in one of them, but
Oh,
it was
wow.
like, it was all decayed, and it looked like
Gross.
freaky, yeah. There's been all kinds of sea monsters over the years. Minotaur creatures, Cerberus is in it.
Interesting.
Yep.
They thought of every
Oh
idea.
yeah,
I already
every monster that you can think of has appeared in a Castlevania game over the past 30 years.
know. What about Mothman? They never had him.
No, I don't think Mothman.
Of course, Mothman isn't necessarily good or evil. People don't know. He's a harbinger of doom. People don't know if he's an angel or the other thing.
Oh, I missed.
Because Mothman only appears before disaster, so people don't know if he's warning of a disaster or if he's causing it.
Match point. Blue team.
Alright, I'm getting my head in the game now. I'm gonna stop talking about weird stuff.
Can you?
I can stop talking a little bit.
Okay. I mean, I like Castlevania. I really liked playing that Castlevania fighting game with you. That was a underrated Castlevania game. But a lot of people were hoping that they were going to release Castlevania Symphony of the Night this year on the Switch, because I still believe it's not on the Switch. They have Castlevania Dracula X, they've got the Castlevania collection, but they don't have Symphony of the Night.
I feel like Castlevania is some of the best music that gaming has ever made.
Oh yeah, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. I'm just...
It is Baroque.
Yeah, the thing that I'm most upset about, though, is it's been almost 10 years since the last Castlevania game.
They can't make another one because they can't do good versus evil anymore.
They could.
Yeah.
That's
someone
what
could.
Iga's indie game was.
Oh.
Like Bloodlines was
Yeah, you're
basically
right.
Castlevania
Iga
again.
was doing it again.
Yeah, but Bloodlines wasn't as super successful. The game was okay. I thought it was alright. It felt like he was borrowing a lot of elements from Order of Ecclesia, though, which feels... I feel like he did that because he was probably going to make a sequel of that game. I was not a fan of Order of Ecclesia. It's that one weird, like, church lady running around with tattoo powers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just, it felt like too much like... I guess what Bayonetta became, except with hair.
Yeah, like, girls scantily clad with tattoos aren't really Castlevania women. I want to see a nun that's all covered up and super holy and cute. That's what I want to see in Castlevania. Because they don't need to do that to fight evil. To fight evil, you just have to be good and cute.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. All right.
You know, if they really wanted to expand Castlevania, they could put demonic entities from other cultures. They could put like Anubis in there and stuff.
In it.
Wow.
Anubis
Okay,
has
they've
appeared.
already-
Jackal men, like as bosses. Yeah,
Yep.
they've done
Wow.
it. Let's see. They've done succubuses. They've done Egyptian mummies. They've done Tekka. Oh, what are those? The stone warriors. What are their names?
Oh, like.
The Chinese stone warriors. I can't remember their
Oh
name.
yeah.
It starts with a T. I can't say it.
Terracotta warriors.
Yeah, they've been in Castlevania.
They should put some Aztec like.
Aztecs I haven't seen.
They should put some Aztec gods.
Samurai
and
ghosts.
goddesses
Samurai ghosts have been in it.
or whatever.
World War I ghosts have been in it, like World War I skeletons and things like that. All kinds of stuff. But anyway, people, that is going to do it for this episode of Multiversus. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you guys had a lot of fun.
Yay.
That was the Brunhilda Bugs Bunny skin, which is only available if you have completed the Battle Pass. So,
Wow.
yes, we completed the Battle Pass. It took from the time they announced it until we completed it around October 16th, I believe, is
great
when
job.
yeah, when we completed it. But stay tuned later today for an awesome live stream on something else. I'm not really sure what it's going to be. But be on the lookout for more of our awesome Mario Sparks of Hope series, which you can see in the playlist on our channel, as well as we'll be doing Gotham Knights in just a few days. So it's going to be crazy. And then next week we have another new game, so it's going to be a lot of stuff happening. All right, people, till we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. Thanks so much for watching. Tell us who you want to see battle next time, and we'll do our best to make it happen. Bye-bye!